There is nothing wrong with your life, except the fact that people tend to think that there is something wrong. I do believe, though, that there is always room for improvement. There is always room to discover something new, to develop yourself, to become a better version of yourself. Here in this video, I'm going to cover 5 must-have hobbies to widen your mind, to expand yourself, and also have some fun, because hobbies, it's about fun, it's about satisfaction, it's about pleasure. Okay, let's dive into 2 categories. The category number 1 is the hobby to make you money. Is there something to have fun way to make you money? What do you do in your spare time? What do you do for your pleasure, for your satisfaction, just for fun? How can you make money from it? How can you get profit from it? There is nothing wrong with 9-to-5 job. Not everyone was born like your own boss, but isn't it great to have like plan B, just in case if something goes wrong on your job, and you would have this extra income from activity that you like, that you love to do. And who knows, maybe if you start putting more energy in this activity, this hobby might turn into your full-time job. If you ask yourself that there's nothing that I can do for fun and get some money from this, that's complete bullshit. You just haven't discovered it yet. And in this case, you just better to try something new. And don't be scared of trying something new. And try something new as much as you can. I think you got the idea. The category number 2 is the hobby that keeps you healthy and in shape. And here I don't urge you go to the gym immediately and start lifting heavy weights. In fact, lifting heavy weights, it's not for everyone at all. So if you don't want to step up into the gym, don't do this. Can you find some physical activity that you really love to do that will help you to keep you in shape and healthy? Because nowadays people most of the time have a sedentary lifestyle. If you constantly sit on your butt and don't walk, don't go outside, don't take a fresh air, don't use your muscles just to walk, slowly they will get used to it, and all muscles, all body will become weaker. We come to the earth completely naked. So the only thing people have, it's our bodies. I'm sure you want to live a long, happy life. So why do we treat our bodies like this? Why so many people who have obesity nowadays? People need to be taught to care of themselves first, of their shape, of their body, of their mental health. And here I encourage you to make a research. If you love football, just do some research, go online, find a local group of people enthusiastic people who maybe create a group of men who play football every weekend, and you can just join them and play with them. In this case, you would have some fun, you would stay and keep yourself in shape and a physical activity, and also make some friends. If you like riding on a bike, can you just use bike more often instead of your car? Again, I refer you to check the list of hobbies I have prepared for you, because maybe you will find something intriguing for you. Third category is the hobby that has a creative outlet. One thing that really restricts happiness, people's happiness, is that they do not have any outlet to put their creativity out to this world. People need to manifest their creativity. And if you say that I'm not creative at all, I haven't got any talent, it is bullshit. You've got it. You have it. You just haven't discovered it yet. And because of this, you need to try as much things as you possibly can. There are plenty markets and local workshops in the place where I currently live. And I visit these workshops from time to time. And I get so impressed by what people can create. There is one woman, she makes just unique bags from recycled materials. They are really and beautiful and elegant, and no one actually cares that it's from recycled material. Another woman, she is into healthy lifestyle, and she makes just incredible, delicious cookies, no sugar, gluten-free, and she makes a business out of it. Another man, he is just addictive to coffee. And he has come up with some idea how to roast coffee a little bit different way. And now he has a little shop, a little cafe where he can share his inventions in coffee and share it with the others coffee lovers. These examples, they are just endless. So many ways where you can get something creative, to get your creative outlet. And everyone has a talent for this. Maybe you love repairing old stuff, old furniture. Maybe you like designing your house. Maybe you like adding something cozy, pillows, covers and stuff. And you just understand that you have your own style and you can like create maybe clothes or some little tiny things to make home cozier. There are plenty of ways to be creative and to put your creativity out to this world. And if you still believe that you haven't got it, that you have no creativity, it's a bullshit. You have it. You just need to discover it. The fourth hobby is the hobby that will help you to build up your intelligence and knowledge. If you are not green and growing, you're brown and dying. And you can directly connect it with your brain. If you don't use your brain, if you don't create new neuron connections inside your brain will get accustomed to this lifestyle. Instead of learning something new, instead of reading a book, you can just chill out and watch Netflix. Instead of mastering one subject, you can just scroll Instagram. For someone, the best way to build up knowledge is through reading. There are a tremendous amount of books that are worth to be read. And many successful people read books. But for some people, reading books, it's very boring. It isn't interesting, and it's okay. If it is not interesting for you, still there are some ways to build up your knowledge. Learning new language. Learning foreign language is the #1 activity that will push your brain to work harder, that will create so many new connections inside of your brain. At the beginning it will be super hard because you need to understand new grammar, new letters, how they pronounce, how to write them, how to read, how it works. But in some time it will give you so many new opportunities to speak with another people, different people, to understand another culture more, to expand your horizons. And that happened with me when I have started learning English, and I'm still learning this language. Maybe for you it will be German, maybe Italian, maybe Spanish, who knows? Try to learn something new. If you don't use your brain, you lose it. When I started university, I just lived in this movement of the time. You need to take exams, you need to do homework, you always do something, and your brain gets used to it. Your memory gets better, you can focus better, you can memorize many things. But after people graduate university, they just stop doing this. And in some time, if you have to take an exam at your job, for instance, it gets so hard just to put new information inside your brain and start learning it and memorize it somehow to pass the exam. Have you noticed this? Try to keep your brain alive. Use your brain. It is not just for wearing hairs. It is not just for pretty face. It is for power, for knowledge, for development, for future. So please, please, please use your brain. Develop your brain and don't abandon it. And the last fifth categories of hobby that person must have is a hobby that will help you to work on your mindset. It is about your mental health. Maybe you had some traumas, definitely you have. Everyone has some childhood dramas or conversations with the parents that still haven't discussed with them yet. Or maybe you were bullied at school. Or maybe you had a toxic relationships, and even though you may be out of this relationship, still you have like this aftertaste. You need to work with this. You need to work with your feelings. You need to work with everything was past. If you constantly take a look back and start thinking about it, start mulling it over, and again you feel that you haven't passed this part of your life, you need to relive it again and finally deal with it. Finally take it over. So here you can go and join a men's group, maybe a women's group, maybe take a therapist. Maybe you have some addictions like alcohol addictions or gambling. There are different addictions nowadays. Here you can find a coach, You can hire a coach. You can find a friend who will help you to overcome these traumas, events, these situations that still have some impact on your life, even though it was in the past. That's it. Hobby number 1 is hobby to make you money. Number 2, hobby to keep you healthy and in shape. Number 3, to have a creative outlet. Number 4, to build up your knowledge and intelligence. And number 5, to work on your mindset. You got the biggest gift in this life. You got this life. Use it or you will lose it. Thank you for watching this video. Be safe and sound.